Police urge victims to come forward as Russell Brand is accused of rape and sexual assault by 4 women, including one at 16. While comic brazenly takes to the stage in Wembley just an hour before Channel 4 dispatches reveal allegations.
Comedian Russell Brand was last night accused of raping a businesswoman and grooming a 16-year-old schoolgirl for sex. In a string of bombshell allegations, the 48-year-old star was accused of sexual assaults and abusive and predatory behaviour between 2006 and 2013, when he was at the height of his fame. 4 women alleged they were assaulted by Brand, one of whom had previously told the Mail on Sunday of his controlling and manipulative behaviour. Last night, the Metropolitan Police said it had been made aware of media reports about the series of allegations of sexual assault and urged any alleged victims to come forward. The devastating allegations, made to a joint investigation between the Sunday Times and Channel 4's dispatches, date from the time when Brand was a presenter for BBC Radio 2 and Channel 4 and starring in Hollywood films. One woman alleged Brand raped her against the wall in his Los Angeles home when she was in her 30s. Another, whom he referred to as the child, told how the presenter targeted her when was 16 years old and still at school, and he was aged 30. But in an extraordinary fight back, Brand took to social media to absolutely deny a string of very serious criminal allegations in the 90-minute Dispatches documentary that aired on Channel 4 last night. Former Sky Sports presenter Kirsty Gallagher, the older sister of Brand's wife Laura, backed her brother-in-law yesterday morning by reposting his video along with a large red love heart. But around an hour after the full allegations were revealed, she deleted the post. Amid a series of explosive allegations, BBC and Channel 4 bosses face questions over whether complaints by staff about Brand's alleged behaviour were ignored. Channel 4 ordered an investigation into claims Brand told staff on one show to approach female audience members for him to meet after filming, leaving them feeling like his pimp. Brand was dropped by his agent Tavis Tackwood while his long-standing publicist Moira Bellas declined to say whether she still acted for him. It was said Brand joked with Jimmy Savile in 2007 that he would bring a very attractive naked female employee to meet him, 5 years before Savile was exposed as a pedophile. The defiant comedian performed a London gig last night telling a cheering audience of 2,000 fans, "I love you." One of the alleged victims, Jordan Martin, told this newspaper in 2015 that she felt bullied and abused in a mental way during her 6-month relationship with Brand. She also wrote a book claiming Brand, whom she renamed Randall Grant, sexually assaulted her at Manchester's Lowry Hotel. She declined to be interviewed for the Sunday Times and Dispatches report, but is said to have confirmed that the book is an accurate depiction of their relationship. The Moss last night contacted Greater Manchester Police but did not get a response. The rape allegation made in last night's program relates to a time when Brand lived in Los Angeles after his split from pop star Katy Perry. A woman who Dispatches named Nadia told how she visited the star at his home in the early hours of July 1, 2012, where she claimed a naked Brand came bounding out of his bedroom before then assaulting her against a wall. Recounting the alleged incident, she said she tried to get away and slipped, adding, "He's grabbing at my underwear, pulling it to the side." She alleged she told Brand to get off her and that she wanted to leave, but he carried on and raped her, without a condom. After the alleged assault, Brand is said to have sent Nadia a text saying, "I'm sorry. That was crazy and selfish. I hope you can forgive me, I know that you're a lovely person." It is claimed the woman went to a rape treatment center in Santa Monica but chose not to make a police report because of worries that her name will be dragged through the dirt. One woman was still at school when Brand began an allegedly emotionally abusive and controlling relationship with her. Alice, not her real name, was 16 when Brand approached her in London's Leicester Square. At the time his career was taking off as the host of Channel 4's Big Brother's Big Mouth and a BBC presenter. Although Alice was over the age of consent, both she and her mother described Brand's behaviour as grooming. It is claimed the taxi driver who took Elise to Brand's home begged her not to go inside after she admitted she was 16 and still at school. Describing an alleged sexual assault, Alice said, "I was pushing him away and he wasn't backing off at all." A fourth alleged victim, Phoebe, says she met Brand at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and had a brief relationship with him which had ended by the time he allegedly attacked her in 2013. She claimed he tried to kiss her and remove her clothes as he pinned her down. "I saw something come over his eyes, I swear to God, light black, his eyes had no more color," she said. The Metropolitan Police said, "We are aware of media reporting of a series of allegations of sexual assault. We have not received any reports in relation to this. If anyone believes they have been the victim of a sexual assault, no matter how long ago, we would encourage them to contact police." In a video released to his 6.5 million YouTube followers on Friday night, Brand said he had been accused of a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, which are untrue, adding that the allegations related to a time when he was in the mainstream and very, very promiscuous. "The relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent, and I am being transparent about it now as well." To see that transparency metastasized into something criminal, that I absolutely deny, makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Appearing last night on stage in front of 2,000 fans at the Wembley Park Theatre, Brand declared, "I really appreciate your support. I love you. I've got a lot to talk to you about. There are obviously some things I absolutely cannot talk about and I appreciate that you will understand." Brand lives with Laura, 36, in a £3 million house near Henley in Oxfordshire with daughters Mabel, 6, and Peggy, 4. His wife, who was heavily pregnant with their third child, appeared to have deleted her Instagram account last night. Meanwhile, it is claimed that BBC staff complained about Brand to Leslie Douglas when she was his boss as controller of Radio 2. It is alleged Brand would fly into fits of rage, hurl objects across the studio and, on one occasion, urinated into a bottle. The BBC last night confirmed complaints had been raised but not investigated. Lawyers representing Ms. Douglas said she did not at any time encourage, enable and/or fail herself to take any adequate steps within her power with regard to the conduct of Brand of which she was aware. It is also claimed allegations about Brand's behaviour while working on Channel 4's Big Brother's Big Mouth were reported to managers at production company Endemol. A spokesman for Bonnie J UK, which bought Endemol, said it could find no records of such issues being raised. Channel 4 said it was asking the company to investigate these allegations and report their findings to us. Russell Brand's comments in full. "Hello there, you awakening wonders. Now this is not the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack and undermine the news and all its corruption, because in this story I am the news. I have received two extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff, like my community festival should be stopped and I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to a time when I was in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. During that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent, and I am being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we have seen coordinated media attacks before, like Joe Rogan, where he dared to take a medicine the mainstream media didn't approve of, and we saw a spate of headlines of media outlets around the world using the same language. I am aware that you guys in the comments have been for a while saying watch out Russell, they're coming for you, you are getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand is a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand is right-wing. I am aware of newspapers making phone calls, sending letters to people I know. For ages and ages, it's been clear to me, or at least feels to be, there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kinds of spaces and these kind of voices. I need my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous sexual conduct in the past. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious, criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these two mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me a coordinated attack. Now, I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked and plainly they are working very closely together. We are obviously going to look into this matter because it is very, very serious. In the meantime, I want you to stay close, stay awake, but more importantly than any of that, if you can, stay free.